Hi, this is Alex from myphotocentral.com, and this is a review of Samsung NX1 mirrorless camera. I've never considered Samsung to be a competition to all the large camera brands, but with this camera they've really hit on the nail and done all the requests photographers had for key performance and features. And in this review we're going to go over the body and design, key features and performance, and we're going to do a conclusion. This camera is relatively small. It's compatible to an entry-level DSLR, and yet it packs all of the features of a flagship camera. Let's look at the body. First of all, it's fully weather sealed. We've actually accidentally left it near a poolside, and it got all the splashes and water on it, but there was no problem with the camera. Especially when it's paired with a premium lens like this one, the 16 to 50 millimeter. It's completely weather sealed, so you don't have to worry about that. It also comes with a built-in flash, so if you ever need it, it's available for you. However, if you pair it with a large lens like this one, you're gonna have some shadows fall off your subject because it just is gonna block some of the light coming off of the flash. Next, we have knobs that will control all of the key features you might need during the shoot, so you don't have to go into the menu. The grip is really comfortable. It's very compatible to other larger DSLRs. I have no problems carrying it in one hand, swiveling as I wish. The screen is gorgeous. It's completely fine in direct sunlight, so you don't even have to use the electronic viewfinder, even though it's available right here. It tilts, so it tilts completely up and down, so you can shoot from various angles. It also comes with a USB 3 port, a micro HDMI port, and what's most importantly, it comes with a mic and a headphone jack. One thing I wish they included are 2 SD card slots. They only have one memory card slot here, and the way the memory card goes in is a little awkward because you have to put it in label side out, so it goes in like this. Similar to most pro body cameras, NX1 has a window up top here where you can see all of your settings, so you can shoot with confidence. One thing I'm not too crazy about is the video record button, located right next to the shutter button. It's hidden from view and it's placed inside the body, so you can't feel it too well, so you might have some missed shots. Now let's talk about some key features of this camera. Its main feature is its APS-C sized 28 megapixel sensor with a great autofocus for a mirrorless camera and its capability of shooting 4K videos. Another outstanding feature of this camera is a burst rate of 15 frames per second. When you shoot in RAW, the buffer usually stops at around 20 shots. When you shoot in JPEG, it never stops, so it goes as if you have a machine gun in your hands. Listen to this. Oh, it's off. Just keeps on going. NX1 hybrid autofocus system is very capable. It has great face detection. It has 153 cross-type autofocus points, and it has a coverage of 90% of its frame. One of the reasons this camera really stands out is its video capability. It can shoot 4K video at 422 8-bit. It can also shoot 1080p at 120 frames per second. It also has a built-in Wi-Fi and near-field communications. You can pair it with your phone and transfer preview of all of the images you're shooting, as well as transfer full images to your device. Samsung is also implementing a neat feature in its cameras and lenses, where you have an eye function button on most of the lenses except some of the Pancakes lenses. By pressing this button and then scrolling the focus wheel, you get to control various settings on your camera without switching it through knobs and buttons. So for example, if I'm in shutter priority mode, I can hit this button and change ISO settings on the fly, my shutter setting on the fly, my exposure compensation, white balance, as well as zoom points. One of the downsides of using this camera at the moment is its native files. When you're shooting RAW, and I recommend shooting RAW with this, especially with this camera, the RAW files are not supported natively by most software, so you'll have to install a software that comes with this camera and use its DNG converter to convert your RAW files. When you're shooting video, it shoots at H.265 codec, which is a relatively new codec and it's still not supported by a lot of programs. So we have to do a conversion on it as well. Not many people think of Samsung when they think of a professional digital camera, but I would have to say with this camera they've hit a home run. NX1 is a fully capable professional camera. I would feel comfortable taking it with me on a studio shoot, on a travel shoot. I've actually taken it with me to both of those, and it performs flawlessly, especially when it's paired with the professional lens such as 1650 variable aperture f2 to 2.8. It's an excellent lens, but it comes at a premium cost. So let's talk about the cost. This camera by itself costs $1,500, which is a great value. It has all of the features most photographers ask for and more. In order to make great images with the NX1, you need to pair it with a great lens. Currently, Samsung has a very limited lineup of lenses. They only have 2 lenses in their premium line. In conclusion, I would have to say that this is an awesome camera. It has very few shortcomings, and some of the shortcomings are temporarily until software manufacturers get to support the codecs they're using. Other than that, and the limited lineup of lenses, this is a buy recommendation. I love this camera. I enjoy shooting with this. It does everything a photographer might need at this point, depending on your situation. But overall, it's an outstanding body, and they've really hit a home run with it. And let's see what Samsung is gonna do next. Here are some of the key features of this camera. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my full review at myphotocentral.com.